Hello everyone, it's Darek here from Caliathletics, and you probably want to achieve some calisthenics skills and wondering about the back lever. Is it for you? Definitely. This skill is not that hard. Today I'm going to teach you how to achieve it and how to train for it in an effective way. Let's go. And guys, just before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that the Black Friday sale is live and you can get access to all of my programs and the skills guides with 50% of discount. So make sure to check it out, and let's start with the back lever. Back lever shouldn't be considered as only pushing or the pulling move because of its biomechanics and because this is the isometric hold that you're going to perform on the straight arms. Because of that, back lever is going to include both the pushing and the pulling muscles, and since this is requirement, you should be able to develop the solid basic strength before approaching to back lever, because that will make this skill way easier. So if you're weak at pull-ups, dips, push-ups and so on, you should firstly strengthen your body, because later on it will be way easier for you to achieve back lever fast. Once you make sure that your body is prepared for the back lever, you can start implementing progressions. Right now I'm going to show you the most effective for me. I'm not going to show you all, and I don't really want to focus too much on that, because in this video I want to give you some practical advice and also the way to implement it into your workout routine rather than focusing on the exercises. So make sure to watch it till the end. Okay guys, once we know the progressions, right now I'm going to show you two additional exercises that you can use for the strengthening, and these are not really popular. Despite those exercises, there are a lot of different ones that you can perform into strengthening yourself. So just the basics like pull-ups, push-ups, dips, leg raises, the hollow body holds, the planks and so on. But right now I want to show you those two and make sure to perform them in a proper form. The first exercise will be the up wheel rollout. That will help you to understand how to maintain the proper form in the back lever. I'm going to later on explain you everything regarding the hollow body position and why is it important in back lever. So in order to perform it, you want to make sure to protract your scapulas to maintain the posterior pelvic tilt, activate abs and glutes. Make sure not to go like that. Contract it and go in front with your hands, also at the same time going on the knees forward, so the hip and the arms are going at the same time. The really often mistake that people do is only going down with the hands like that and then pulling down. So we want to combine those two movements, and it's going to look like this. If you want to make it more difficult, you can include also a pause at the bottom of the movement. On the other hand, if you want to make this exercise easier, you can do it by decreasing the range of motion. So for example, if you feel that you're too weak to go down, or that you go down with posterior pelvic tilt and then you lose it, your lower back tends to collapse, it means you're not strong enough to that, and you can perform this exercise by decreasing range of motion. So going to the point where you feel control and then going up, with the aim of week by week increase range of motion during the workout. So then you go like this And for example, after the few weeks, you will be already able to go down. The second strengthening exercise that we are going to use for the back lever are Zanetti flies. This exercise is great because it's going to use the same pushing muscle groups that we use in the back lever, so the anterior deltoids, the pectoral muscles, the serratus. And here you want to make sure that you lock your elbows, because this exercise is also going to develop the solid straight arm strength. So we're going to perform it by laying on the bench and maintaining the hollow body position, then locking your elbows and lowering the weight slowly, then going up, and make sure to always lock your elbows and keep them close to your body. We want to use, let's say, the heavy load because we're going to work on a strength, so being between, let's say, 3 or even 2 up to 5 repetitions and keeping it for, let's say, 4 or 5 sets. So because of that, we want to make sure that we use the right load. Okay guys, once we know the basic progressions and strengthening exercises, let's talk now about technique, because this is the most important thing that is going to make a huge difference. It often happened that my trainees, before approaching to online coaching, tried the back lever on their own and were not really close to that because they were only trying to hold it with their arms and not controlling the lower body. As we talked at the beginning, back lever is going to engage almost every single muscle of your body, and because of that you should be able to control it in a good way. By implementing some of my tips, they were suddenly able to hold a few seconds of hold because they were properly prepared with the strengthening exercises, but they missed technique. So right now I want to tell you that when it comes to the back lever, it all starts with the inverted hang position. And here I will show you 2 positions. The first one is incorrect, without the hollow body position. As you can see now, I'm only trying to hold it with my upper body, and when going down, I'm bent in banana position and going to fall down. This variation is way more difficult. Right now I'm going to maintain the hollow body position. So what I mean here is that when I'm in inverted hang position, I want to squeeze my abs, squeeze my glutes, maintain the posterior pelvic tilt, slightly protract your scapulas, and from that position my whole body is fully contracted, not only abs, glutes, but also the quads, hamstrings, calves. From that position we're going to lower ourselves. In a controlled way. My next tip is for guys that want to move from the tag back lever into the one leg or the full, but have some trouble in understanding the proper line parallel to the ground. And that's completely normal because when you're upside down, it works completely opposite and it's so hard to understand the right position. So because of that, I would recommend you 2 things. The first one is grabbing the phone and recording yourself from a side, and the second one is using this cool tool that is resistance band, because it's going to make this exercise way easier for you. So you'll be able to firstly understand the proper line and later on work on your strength. You can check the bands on the Caliathletics store. We have the Black Friday, so you can grab some discount, and this tool is really useful indeed also for different skills. So we're going to start with the inverted hang, and as you know, many beginners tend to bend because this position is way easier to hold and they don't really feel it, so this is why it's important to record yourself. The other mistake is holding the position not really parallel to the ground, so you have to find out the right position for yourself and hold it. Also, when it comes to the resistance band, it is a great tool to progress on the back lever as well, because first of all, if you're a beginner, you can grab it like that, squeeze it tight. And also over time, you can gradually work on the intensity with that exercise by holding it a bit more loose. So at this level, it gets really difficult, and later on it will be easier for you to move to the full back lever practice. Okay guys, so now the most important part of each tutorial that I'm trying to always explain, it is how to implement this skill into your workout routine. So guys, you have two methods. The first one is the grease the groove that I already explained in my front lever tutorial, so you can check it somewhere here. It means implementing the attempts multiple times throughout the day, almost every single day. However, if you don't have that much time, you can implement it into your workout routine, let's say 2-3 times in a week. And here guys, I always recommend to first of all focus on the most difficult progression that you are able to hold, let's say for 2 up to 5 seconds, and work on that with let's say 4 up to 6 attempts. And once you get tired and you feel no progress, you then move to the easier progression. So for example, I start with the straddle back lever, hold it for 3 seconds, 5 sets. Later on, I move to the easier progression, so let's say 1 leg back lever, and I'm holding it as much as I can for let's say 4 sets. Later on, I implement these strengthening exercises. This is the method that I always use and recommend to the trainees, because it both covers the isometric hold in the difficult position, the isometric hold in a bit easier so you can hold it longer, and the strengthening exercises that are going to affect your progress as well. Okay guys, so that was all I wanted to explain you today in a back lever tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you also enjoyed the new location. It's so cold outside, so we are recording now at the Darekcaliathletics box. This box is run by my friend and he's letting me to record here. Super proud about that. Also, make sure to check the Black Friday sales on my website. I'm doing a huge update of my programs. It's going to be really insane quality. All muscle groups engaged, the proper form explained, and everything done as I wish to. We're going to gradually implement this on the website. And guys, that was it. Let me know about the more skills that I should explain you, and see you in the next video. Peace. Let's get some sleep.